Hey everyone, ready to dive into some serious music history. We're going deep on the American Music Awards this time. Not just any AMAs. No, it's the big one. This is the 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah, 50 years. That's huge. Think about it, half a century of amazing performances, crazy outfits, those acceptance speeches, the ones that make you laugh and cry at the same time.
Totally. 50 years of music, that's like a whole other world, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when the AMAs started, disco was king, we had platform shoes and bell-bottoms, now we're streaming everything on our phones. It's kind of mind-blowing.
It really is. When you think about all the changes in music, how technology has completely transformed the industry, the AMAs have been there through it all, capturing those moments that define not just music, but culture as a whole.
It's true. And for this anniversary, they're pulling out all the stops. I mean, get this, Gladys Knight, the actual Gladys Knight is performing.
No way. Seriously.
Yeah. And get this, she's singing the same song she did the very first AMAs back in '74, Midnight Train in Georgia.
Wow, talk about a full circle moment. That's incredible.
It's more than just nostalgia, right?
Way more.
It's about the power of music, how a song can connect generations. It gives me chills just thinking about her voice, the emotion she'll bring to that stage.
Right. It's going to be epic.
Yeah.
Speaking of epic, we've got Jennifer Hudson paying tribute to the one and only Whitney Houston.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Whitney Houston at the AMAs. That takes me back. She was incredible. And talk about a powerhouse vocal. I mean, she won 22 AMAs. Can you believe that? 22. That's unbelievable. You know what's really special about this, though? Jennifer Hudson actually met Whitney at an awards show years ago, right when Jennifer's career was taking off.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Whitney gave her some advice, something she's carried with her ever since. So this tribute, it's personal. It's a testament to the impact Whitney had, not just as an icon, but as a mentor,
Wow, that gives me chills. See, this is why I love these deep dives. You uncover these incredible connections, these stories behind the music. And speaking of stories, we can't forget about Brad Paisley honoring Charlie Pride.
Oh, absolutely. That's a big one. Charlie Pride, for those who don't know, was a true trailblazer, a black country superstar in the 60s and 70s. Talk about breaking down barriers.
Right, and facing some serious adversity, too. But his music, it spoke for itself. And now, to have Brad Paisley, one of the biggest names in country, honoring him.
It shows you how far we've come, right? But also how important it is to remember those who paved the way. Those who fought for their place in music history.
It's like a passing of the torch, a reminder that music is always evolving. And speaking of evolution, get this, K-pop is officially hitting the AMAs stage this year. We've got Stray Kids performing. Stray Kids, can you believe it? K-pop at the AMAs, that's huge.
Huge is an understatement. This isn't just about one group. It's about how global music has become, K-pop is everywhere these days.
It's true. I mean, even my parents know who BTS is now. It's gone mainstream in a big way. And it's about time, honestly. The AMAs are definitely on the pulse with this one.
Totally. It's like, remember when Gangnam Style broke the internet? That was a moment for sure. But now, K-pop, with the music videos, the dancing, the whole package, it's a global phenomenon.
And Stray Kids, they're leading the charge, right? With their sound, their energy, they're the ones to watch.
Definitely. And for the AMAs to recognize that, it says a lot about how they're embracing the future of music. It's not just about what's hot in the U.S. anymore. It's a global stage.
And speaking of the global stage, let's talk about how people are actually going to watch this thing, right? Because I don't know about you, but I haven't had cable in years.
Oh, tell me about it. It's a streaming world now, which is great and all, but sometimes trying to figure out which service has what, it's a headache.
Seriously. So for those of us who want to make sure we're tuned in for all the AMA's action, lay it on us. What are our options?
All right, so the main hub, your home base for the AMAs, is going to be Paramount Plus.
Okay, makes sense. It usually is these days, but isn't there a catch?
There is a little one. To watch it live, as it happens, you'll need the Showtime package. So a little extra cost there.
Right, so you got to be a super fan or really love award shows.
Or you can be like me and just have a million streaming services.
Well, that's the other option, right? What about those of us who are trying to be a little more, shall we say, economical?
Ah, yes. For my fellow cord cutters, fear not. We've got Fubo and DirecTV Stream. Both of those will get you CBS, which is what you need for the AMAs.
Perfect. So a few options there, depending on your budget and your commitment level.
Exactly. And just a heads up for our international viewers, you might need to get friendly with a VPN. Something like ExpressVPN can help you bypass those pesky geo blocks.
It's like sneaking into a concert, right? You get the best view, but gotta be sneaky about it.
Exactly. Although, Always double check those terms and conditions. We don't want anyone getting in trouble for trying to watch the AMAs.
Always better to be safe than sorry. But okay, we've talked about how to watch, but why are we so obsessed with this one in particular? It's more than just an awards show, right? It's like a cultural moment.
Absolutely. It's the 50th anniversary. That's huge. And I think the AMAs are really trying to capture that, to show the evolution of music over the past 5 decades.
Right, like we've got Gladys Knight representing the legends, the icons.
Exactly. And then you've got K-pop, you've got this mix of genres, and it feels like a statement about the future, you know?
Totally. It's like, this is where music has been, this is where it is now, so where is it going?
Right. And I think the AMAs are trying to answer that question, or at least start the conversation.
It's like they're handing us the accord and saying, okay, your turn, what's next?
Right. And they've got their finger on the pulse, for sure. Think about it. Who would have thought 10, 15 years ago that K-pop would be topping the charts, that Latin music would be everywhere? It's a whole new world.
And that's what's so exciting about this anniversary show. It's not just the celebration of the past, it's a glimpse into the future. And for you, dear listener, that means you're not just watching an awards show. You're witnessing a cultural moment, a turning point.
Absolutely. Like, think about it. What will be the next big thing? Will it be something completely new, something we haven't even imagined yet? Or will it be a twist on a classic genre, a fusion of sounds?
Ooh, a fusion of sounds. I like that. Maybe we'll be sitting here in another 50 years dissecting the holographic K-pop country ballads of 2074.
Okay, now that I have to see. But for now, let's enjoy the ride, right? Let's appreciate the history, the evolution, and get ready for whatever's next.
Exactly. Keep your eyes peeled for those unexpected collaborations, the tributes to the legends, the new faces breaking onto the scene. And as you're watching, ask yourself, what does this tell me about where music is going?
Right. What's the message? What's the story they're trying to tell?
Because music, it's more than just notes on a page. It's a reflection of who we are, where we've been, and where we're headed. And the American Music Awards, well, they've got a front row seat to that journey. So enjoy the show, everyone. Soak it all in. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to predict the next big thing in music.
Now, that would be something.
Wouldn't it? All right, everyone, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the AMA's 50th anniversary special. We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic, another chance to explore the stories behind the headlines. Until then, keep those playlists fresh and the music playing.